What did you guys think about that game last night? The Seahawks versus the Cardinals, ending with the 23-20 score. I don't know what was going on last night with the Cardinals offense, but I feel like they definitely wanted to be anywhere but on the field. So let's talk about it. The Seahawks played overall better than the Cardinals. I'm sure we all can agree on that. However, I do want to give kudos to the Cardinals defense because the offense was not on it, but defense played the entire game. If it wasn't for them playing the way they played, I'm sure the Seahawks would have blown the Cardinals out last night. Quarter one was definitely a foreshadow as what was to come with the Cardinals. The offense just was not on the same page. And I don't know if it was Murray setting the tone for that, throwing the balls, getting batted down, throwing interceptions. One interception, Brian catches. He's taking off full force, and then Knight, it looks like, runs into him. That ball comes out. Cardinals get the ball back. Even though they were not on the same page, they were luckily enough able to get far enough down the field to get the field goal. So the first point of the game. Seahawks, however, Walker, it seemed like every time he was handed the ball in quarter one, it was just effortless. It looked like he wasn't even running full speed when he was getting first downs. I mean, he was on it. So the defense did have a slow start from the Cardinals, but that quickly changed, as we all know. When Brown and Campbell sacked Darnold, that definitely set the tone for the defense for the rest of the game. They were on it. In quarter two, it did look like the Cardinals were getting it together. McBride with the 2 first downs, I mean, he caught them effortlessly, right? But then you have Harrison. I don't understand what was going on. Like, he just kept dropping the ball. And it just seemed like things just continued to go downhill for the Cardinals for the rest of that quarter. Now, that launch that Darnold did, launched the ball down the field to Horton. He catches it. It could have been an easy touchdown, but the Cardinals defense was not having it. That play had me going crazy. Walker gets the 15-yard penalty for taunting, right? My question is, did the refs actually pay attention to why he did what he did? The play is over. He's getting dragged by his leg, gets up, responds to that. So, yes, he was wrong for throwing the football. However, both of the teams should have been penalized if you're going to penalize either one, right? Refs. Luckily, the Seahawks were still able to get down to the end zone, get a touchdown. Charbonnet looked like he was using all his might to push in and get that touchdown. They got the touchdown. Quarter two ends 14-3. You could hear the Cardinals fans booing. And at first, I'm like, they're 2-1. Like, these are some cutthroat fans. But then as I'm thinking about it, I was like, I guess they realize their offense is clearly not playing to their full capacity. And so quarter three, the Cardinals defense was putting the pressure on the Seahawks. I mean, they couldn't even move at one point 10 yards. They had to punt the ball. And then Cardinals get the ball. Offense is out in the field. And Murray does this epic fail trick play. It almost reminds me of the Lions. But, yeah, that was a trick play gone wrong. Another field goal kick for the Cardinals. So even though that play looked pretty bad, they were able to put some points on the board. So win for them. However, the Cardinals did not show any sense of urgency the first 3 quarters. I mean, it just seemed like they just felt like they had all the time in the world to eventually come back and win. However, they realized quickly that that was not the case, right? Fourth quarter is when the Cardinals finally came alive. Around the 8-minute mark, 8 minutes all the way down to 5 minutes, they were playing like their life depended on it. It was a nail biter. At that point, no one knew who was going to win the game. I honestly thought that we were going to have to go into overtime because they had scored, right? And Harrison, when he scored, whatever was going on with him, and Murray and everybody else in the offense during those first 3 quarters, I think that all left his mind, his body, because he just looked like he was so humble to get that touchdown. But then Seahawks come out. They're playing hard. Defense is playing harder. They get the stops. And at the end of the game, they were able to score that field goal, which allowed them to take home the win. And they obviously deserve that win, right? However, 2 things. Cardinals coach has the best poker face. I mean, when they were losing, no emotions expressed. When they were tied the game up, no emotions expressed. When they lost the game, still didn't see any emotions. He has the best poker face I've ever seen. And then, did you guys peep that play when Murray threw the ball to Harrison and it was short? And as Harrison turns to go towards the ball, when he realizes it's short, he doesn't even attempt to try to catch the ball before it hits the ground. He just kind of looks at it like, it is what it is. So, again, don't know what happened with the offense. I'm sure they have figured it out and they'll be ready for the next game. You have just tuned into the Temperature Check with the All Season Lounge podcast. Tell me, what are your thoughts? Leave them below.